Hi, everyone. This is Kay White. I am jumping on with another training. I wanted to take a moment to talk about preparation and planning for the next big event. I was going to do initially some AI art creation centered around Valentine's Day. And then I started thinking, you know what, we need to get into a habit, even myself, of really getting a head start. I did very well for the Christmas holiday season. I created a lot of content ahead of time and a lot of just things that I could sell, be it prompt guides where I helped individuals get prompts that they could use for their own business. I did a lot of commercial type prompt guides with resale rights. And you can always find these type of things on my Etsy store, and I'm starting to put them on other sites as well. I'll keep you updated and posted as I continue the process. But I want to just talk a little bit about thinking ahead of, far ahead, I should say, of the next big holiday season. I know we have what is it, St. Patrick's Day, and then have some other things that are actually happening right now, such as Valentine's Day, of course, is coming up. We're actually just about out of January, but you could still sell some Valentine's Day items. It doesn't hurt. I might put a couple of things in my store. Haven't really focused on that so much because I've just been putting foundational things in place for the new year as a part of my planning and being prepared for 2024. So, having said that, also you have Black History Month coming up in February, so we could certainly create some content for that as well. But I thought I would demonstrate today something centered around Mother's Day, and let's just kind of focus on that. And you'll notice here I've already requested an image be created here. It shows three generations of beautiful African American women celebrating Mother's Day. And I asked to show the child giving grandma a card. It shows her kind of holding the card, but it's a really cute image. Let me enlarge it so you can see it a little bit better. I really like this. And so you could do a few different things with this, or you could change it up a little bit. Let's just play around. I'm going to, ooh, hold on. It took me out of it. Give me just a second here. Let's get back into this image. So again, we have these three beautiful women here representing three generations. Let's try something else. So what else can you think of when you think of Mother's Day? Let's try. Let me come up with a prompt here that we can try. When I'm given prompts or creating prompts in ChatGPT DALLE is what I'm using tonight. I like to think that I am supporting the program and helping it to interpret and understand what it is that I want. So when things are done really well, I like to compliment and say, okay, these turned out really well. You might think that's funny. I'm talking with a machine, but for some reason, I think it works. So let's continue here. So I have so far, I love these. They turned out well. So I'm going to continue with the prompt. Okay, this is what I have here, and I'm going to tell you why I did a couple of things. So I said, I love these. They turned out really well, speaking of the previous image. And then I have continuing with the same quality of images. Please create an African American couple of cocoa brown skin dining at a restaurant for Mother's Day. They are middle aged. They are a middle-aged couple, and he is surprising her with beautiful yellow roses as they dine. This scene is perfect for the occasion. Just a couple of things. I wanted to imply that I thought the images turned out really well before, because sometimes you can get a different quality of image, but I wanted to just let the program know that it is on the right track. And then I also decided to go with beautiful yellow roses because everybody gives red roses, right? I'll have to look to see what the different colors mean, but I love all roses. I just thought yellow might bring some vibrant color into the scene. We'll see. And then I said the scene is perfect for the occasion. I almost instructed DALL-E to decorate the scene for the occasion, but I didn't want to risk getting some cheesy decorations. I wanted to try to keep the image kind of nice and make sure that it's a really good scene. So I'm going to also say here, we'll see how much this matters. I added the restaurant is a 5-star establishment. So I'm hoping that that will create a really pretty, elegant scene for the occasion. So let's see what this gives us. Seems like DALL-E might be running a little bit slow tonight, and that's okay. Let's just take our time here. And it still looks like it's running a little slow. Let's just see what happens. Just so that you know, you can create images using ChatGPT version 4. I find typically DALL-E seems to run a little bit faster. It is running slow, it seems, right now. But let's just give it a little time and see what happens. Sometimes I'll hit continue to see if that speeds it up, see if that helps at all. We'll see. Looks like it's starting to generate after I hit the continue button right here. We'll see what it gives us. It says it's creating the image. Again, sometimes it takes a little bit of time. Not a lot. Sometimes, though, that happens. And it looks like it might have paused. I'm not sure. Let's give it a little time and see if it actually creates the image that we're trying to get. Okay, and it says the page has become unresponsive. Usually when I hit exit page, it will just come right ahead. And I reload, it'll pop up. So let's try that and see if it gives us an image finally. Sometimes depending on the weather, if you have inclement weather, which we have been experiencing here for a while, that can impact the actual internet service. So let's see what it gives us. Looks like it's completed. It's just taking a little time for it to appear. Okay, I like both of these, and let's take a close-up look here. Oh, I like this image. Looks really nice. I asked for a 5-star restaurant. I guess this can qualify for 5-star. And you can get as detailed as you want to get. I kind of left it up to the program to provide the attire for both the lady and the gentleman, but you can get more descriptive and tell DALL-E what you want the attire to be. I really like this one. Look at the elegantness of the background, the beautiful yellow roses, the couple. I love that pretty white hair she has. And let's see, he's well dressed. I love his attire in this image. And the table setting as well. All of that looks pretty nice to me. I love the background chair. It's just a really nice image. Let's go back to the other. Take a look. As I compare the two, I probably would say I have a preference towards the second image. It just seems to display the couple a little bit better. So let's go back, get out of this and go back, and let's just recreate this with a little bit more detail and see what we get. Let's change the setting up a little bit. Let's see. Okay, let's take a look at this. I have please create a beautiful scene of an African American couple in a romantic setting underneath a lovely white canopy with lanterns all around them, creating the perfect scene. It's Mother's Day, and the couple is sitting and enjoying a fire pit while roasting marshmallows. I'm going to add one more thing. And so what I added was also include a bottle of wine in the setting. I kind of like this concept. So let's go with this and see what we get. And again, it's taking a little bit of time. Let's just give it some time and see what happens. If it takes much longer, I will go ahead and hit the continue button to see if I can get it to go ahead and render an image. Start thinking about what type of scene you would prefer. What would you like to show of it, and what would you do with your art if you are a small business owner and you are creating, using the art in your business? Think of all the different ways that you could create these type of images. Or it might be that you want to create images and just sell them as PLR content, where you might have a number of buyers who are interested. You might have even a subscription plan where people buy from you on a regular basis, or who already have a subscription in place and you're supplying them with art based on the current day events or holidays, this type of thing. You might offer different levels of your subscription, and perhaps you might offer 10 images or 20 images at the next level, and then even 30 images. It's strictly up to you what you want to do and how you want to use the images that you create, and just your time. How much time do you have available to do something like that? Let's go ahead and hit the continue button and see what happens. And it's a fun way to create content or help other people create content. And that might actually be the thing. It may be that you just need content for your social media, and you need some type of resource and or AI art program where you can do even that and create different images, display them as a part of your business in your social media. That's another way to go. And again, it looks like it's creating the image. It's taking a little bit of time. It, at this rate, is very well could come back and say that that it's unable, not that it's unable to generate, but it might force me again to get out, because it might be that it's just hung up here. Let's see if what happens before happens again. But those are all things that I want to encourage you to think about. If you, or let me back up. It might just be that you don't want to do any of those things. It might be that you just want to create pretty images, and there's nothing wrong with that. You need a plus plan under ChatGPT, so you would need ChatGPT Plus, and with that plan, you would have access to what's called DALLE, DALL-E, or even ChatGPT version 4 is out now. So they continue to make changes to the program itself. So here we go. It's telling me that the page is unresponsive. Normally, instead of hitting wait, I'll hit exit. And when I do that, I just reload and the image is already ready. So it keeps doing that. For some reason, the program is just running slow today. Okay, it looks like it has rendered the image, and we'll wait for it to come into full view. Still waiting for it to appear. It's running a little bit slow tonight. But the whole idea behind this has been to get you to just kind of plan ahead. Ooh, I like these. Okay, let's take a closer look and see what these look like. Okay, now sometimes it will give you a little bit more of an animated or cartoonish look. You can get as specific as you want. I didn't in this demonstration. I don't always. When I am creating content for my social media, a lot of times I do, and sometimes I don't. But there are times if I want something really specific, I might ask DALL-E 3 to create it as an animated image, or I might ask for something that's in watercolor, or give you another example, something realistic. Let's look at the other image. Ooh, I like realistic images a lot too. Like this is so adorable to me. It looks like a real person, no, not cartoonish, any of that. I love the setting of this. Very pretty. And I didn't do it here. It just depends on how much detail you want to put into the image. You can add whatever you want. You could tell it to recreate and add something here. I'm going, what else can we add here? Let's see. They have a fire pit. They are roasting marshmallows. They are just sitting in what looks like a lovely background. And let's just try something here. I want to show you how if you don't get exactly what you want, or if you want to enhance an image, you do have some options. So I'm going to add here. Okay, it went out of my, let's go back into what we were doing, that same thread we were in. Okay, here we go. Let's add something here. What can we add to the image? I had something in mind and I've forgotten. Oh, I know. Let's see. Okay, I've added here, please recreate and add a present that the gentleman has for his wife. And I just wanted to show you, this could go on and on. You could accessorize her more, accessorize him. You could add whatever you want. You could add a car, for example, if you wanted to showcase that he's giving his wife a car. Just use your imagination. Pretty much, if you can imagine it, if you can think it, then you have the help of ChatGPT, DALL-E, to help you bring it to life. So that's the whole idea behind this. And I'm going to demonstrate just this last one. Let's let it come up. I want you to see how you can expand on the image that's given. It will create a new image. It should keep all the detail and create another fabulous image for you that represents whatever it is that you've added into the image. So let's see what happens now and see what it does with adding that present to the image. I hope you've been able to come up with some good ideas for the content that you want to create, and just use your imagination. And in addition to that, do some research. You can actually go to places like Etsy, and later I'll give you even more details on how you can research what it is that you might want to create, or what it is you might want to create to sell. Okay, I'm waiting for this image to come up and see what we have. And it's probably going to give me an unresponsive page again. I'm not sure why it's running so slow, but it's running slow tonight. Okay, here we have it. Page unresponsive. Again, typically I will just go ahead and exit page to speed things up, reload it. Usually when I do that, it will go ahead and give me the image that I requested as a final image. In terms of it did actually process the image, is what I mean. And let's give it a few minutes, let it show us what it created by adding a present into the image in some capacity. I didn't get real specific. You can tell it where you want to add the present, that type of thing. I didn't say that. I simply just asked DALL-E to add a present that the man is giving to the woman. I don't know if it's going to be a small present. I don't know if it's going to be something big. I don't know if it'll have a big red bow or some other color. Who knows? We'll see. Let's see what happens here. Okay, so I asked to recreate the image, and I like this. It's yeah, I like this. I liked the other one that had the draped canopy. I mean, well, more flowing canopy that was down, I think, in some way, but this one is fine too. And it did add this beautiful, actually, two presents. Well, how about that? I like this guy. Nice. Let's look at another image. Okay, this is so cute. Now, this is pretty close to what we had before. It's really reflective of that other image because she's wearing similar clothing. It looks so comfortable, like it might be cashmere or something, but sitting here in an elegant space, and he has this gift already ready for her. And so let's see. Yeah, I like that. That looks pretty nice. Yep, I'm digging that. Have their bottle of wine, they have the mushrooms there. Okay, I really like this. So that's that's gonna be it, I think, for today. Because it's hanging up, I wanted to let's do one more thing. I want to, for some reason it's just jumping around, all of that, but that's okay. Let's go back over here. I'm gonna do one more thing real quick. I just want you to see how you can take this same image and go even further with it. Let's ask it to recreate it as a animated image. Let's see. Okay, let's see. I've said thanks. This is an amazing image. Again, that's me just kind of acknowledging and confirming with DALL-E that they're doing a good job. They're giving me the images that I want. And then I say, please recreate this image as an animated illustration. Thanks. So let's see when we do that what we get. Just give it a few minutes and let it process. It's running so slow. Again, we have still inclement weather where I am, and so that could certainly be impacting the internet and slowing down responses and all of that. So let's see if it gives us an animated image. It should. I love to get on here and just play around with this and have fun. I'm creating content all the time. So it is a lot of fun to me. And I learn a lot doing that too. I just like to take images and create them as a different kind of illustration and just see what happens. Uh, Another tool that I use for image creation and art generation is something called Midjourney, and it's a fun tool as well. So that's something for you to keep in mind if you are just looking for some tools. What the reason I talk a lot about specifically ChatGPT, DALL-E, and then Midjourney for art generation is because with both of these tools, you can actually monetize the images that are rendered. There are some services out here where you cannot do that. So you have to be very careful to make sure whatever service you select that it's something that's going to best suit your needs. If you're doing this just for fun, then you may want to consider some services like Bing. But just be careful if you're thinking about monetizing because it may not be the best option for that. I'm going to hit the continue button here because it seems like this one is running a little extra slow. And let's see if that helps at all. I hope these little tips that I'm giving you too on how to get DALL-E to move, and if you ever get stuck or if things aren't running out, it's just incredibly slow today. It normally doesn't take this long, but again, with inclement weather, that could certainly impact how fast things move. And it's probably going to become non-responsive or unresponsive again, and that's fine. We'll just push through and see if we can force an image anyway. And also, this is a Sunday, so it could be that everybody's on. And plus, with the weather as it is, people are at home, so you have probably even more people on the system using it, slowing things down. I'm just waiting for that unresponsive to pop up. And let's see if we can force it to give us an image. I want you to see what happens if you do decide, okay, well, I like the image, but I need it for a different purpose. And instead of getting a more realistic image, I think I want to do cartoon. Or you might say, I like this, but I want watercolor. There's so many different options out there in terms of the type of illustration you can create. So keep that in mind as you start to learn. One day I will just kind of give a review probably on that so that you'll be aware of just what. And a lot of times too, if you have questions about something, you're right inside of ChatGPT. It's a great opportunity for you to just talk with ChatGPT and get instruction directly from ChatGPT on how to use and what to do and the type of illustrations that Chat GPT can provide. He or she can tell you all of that. So now, come on, we've been waiting a minute. Generate our image already. Okay, finally we have this unresponsive. And I'm going to again exit instead of waiting. A lot of times, if you just go ahead and exit and reload, it'll take you right to the image. It'll actually bring it up pretty quickly. So it's trying to come up, it's thinking, it wants to come up. Come on, image appear. As we're waiting on the image to appear, I want to just confirm with you that it's taking this same image that we've just worked with, and down here below it says, here are the animated illustrations of the romantic Mother's Day scene recreated in a vibrant cartoon-like style. The African American couple is depicted under a beautifully illustrated white canopy with lanterns, enjoying a fire pit and roasting marshmallows, with the gentleman presenting a gift to his wife. With the gentleman presenting a gift to his wife. So let's take a closer look. Ooh, I like this. So you can see the difference how we went from having a more realistic image to now a cartoon image. I really like this. This is cute. Okay, look at all that wine they got there. Okay. And then let's this is kind of cute. I put the marshmallows on the ground here. Very, very cute. The lanterns, again, you can be as specific as you want to be. You can actually ask specifically for the lanterns to be on the ground if you wanted to. And oh my goodness, they got a lot of fire pits here. And this one, if they're not careful, they're gonna start a fire. Let's see, they got one, two, three, four. But it's such a cute image. I can tolerate that. And remember, you always have Canva if you want to remove something from an image. I've demonstrated that before, so you can go back and look at some of the previous training that I did. And again, I love this image. Now, full disclosure here. Hold on a second. Let me go back and look. Yeah, that couple looks like they're about the same age. But this couple here, because of the gray hair, she looks a little bit older. So it almost could be a son presenting a mother with a present. If you got this image and you were wondering, how can I use this? It's not exactly what I wanted, but it is a really cute image. So keep that in mind. I just love this image. I think it's really nice. Okay, so that's what I wanted to show you. I love coming on here and just coming up with ideas and showing you what's possible, what the potential is, how you can start with an idea in your head and then take it in whatever direction you want to go into. Sometimes it's just going down the rabbit hole for me and just playing around and seeing what I can create. But that is all that I have for you today. And we will talk another time, and I'll give you just a little bit more detail on more cool, great things that you can do. All right, this has been Kay White with Girls in Finance, where we teach finance and we also show you how you can use AI in your business, especially if you have a small business and you want to monetize your business. Okay, take care. I'm signing off. Bye.